All right, so we start off with the Paul Heyman promo. He comes to the ring with Brock Lesnar, and they talk about the night before when Seth Rollins cashed in the Money in the Bank and actually won the championship. So it starts off with Brock Lesnar being extremely fucking pissed because he took Roman Reigns to Suplex City, and things still didn't work out for him.
I find it weird that like they made such a big deal about taking Reigns to Suplex City, but he should have been like super upset about like Rollins, and we did get that eventually. But
Yeah,
I feel like he should have came out and been like, Rollins is a bitch. I proved that I proved that Reigns ain't about shit. Maybe not in those words, but
to get off that for a moment, you think that they made Reigns entirely too strong for the WrestleMania main event? It seems like he actually took about what four F5s and at least 10 suplexes that he just kind of shook it off over time. I mean, yeah, he got the shit beat out of him, but it just seems like he actually reached that John Cena status of never give up and nothing can put me down.
he reached the status of I can, I will.
Yeah, basically, he reached I can, I will, no matter if he can't and he won't,
I
or he
think
didn't.
it was kind of good because I guess if you were anti Reigns, it
Yeah,
was like, oh, is he gonna lose? No, like it kept the match interesting with is he gonna lose, but after a while it did kind of take away all meaning to the F5.
it did kind of feel like it. He was just taking it like it was nothing. And I mean, of course, he was getting his ass whooped. But it feels like we can't sympathize and relate to his character if he's basically the next Superman. I don't understand why they feel that, despite the mixed reactions John Cena gets, they feel they need to give us another John Cena.
Maybe it's just old, out of touch people writing. I mean, it's also a thing of like I heard people after WrestleMania saying that like I think the fans were starting to turn around on Reigns. He was smiling, he didn't give up or anything,
Yeah,
and I was like that didn't exactly make me cheer him or anything. Like there's even people like, can we stop with the Reigns hate now? He didn't win the title. It's
yeah.
like,
I mean,
no, I'm not gonna stop with the Reigns hate because I still don't like him. I still don't like onions on my fucking hamburgers. It doesn't mean it's been 30 years. Maybe it's time I give it a try again.
maybe. I mean, I fucking like other stuff I didn't like as a teenager, but still, I don't like certain wrestlers to this very day. I just would not like them, and I think Reigns is one of them. I just feel like he's not as talented as the other members of the Shield. And he did get an unfair push, and yeah, he didn't win the championship, but still, they're gonna continue to make him a big deal within WWE.
If they're going to make him a big deal, now's the time. He's already lost at Mania. Now's the time to build him up to matter. If you're ever going to use him for anything again, it's going to be hard to do, but they're going to try. So I guess why not?
I mean, he does have some kind of potential. I mean, he's worth building up. It's just, I guess it was like the Diesel syndrome. They threw him in the spotlight entirely too fast, way before he was ready. And he might stumble to his Kevin Nash years later on, but right now, fucking Diesel's not doing it.
I mean, in the new generation, after Diesel lost the title to Brett, like he should have,
Yeah,
he started to get over again, just being like a big dude who went out there and interrupted matches with power bombs and shit.
yeah.
So it's possible. It's just they have to just do a completely different build on him.
He did this shit. Took him off TV for at least a week or two.
It would have sold all the injuries and stuff, but if he is the next Superman Punch, it would have been like I guess ridiculous to make him pretend like he's hurt.
Yeah, I mean, he could have went away for maybe just at least a week, or at least SmackDown. Not
Yeah, I
just
mean,
to show up on SmackDown.
not to ruin the end of Raw, but when they were like, "Oh, who's Orton's third partner gonna be?" I was like, "Holy shit, who else from NXT are they gonna bring up?" I like. It wasn't until the match started that I was like, "Oh, god damn it, it's Reigns."
Yeah, I actually didn't believe they were going to choose Reigns. It was more of like, who's this mystery person is going to show up? I thought it was going to be Adrian Neville again.
That would
No,
have been cool, but I guess they don't want to throw him into the fucking main event with a first name.
yeah,
But I don't. They could have done to anybody. They could have had Kevin Owens go out there and fucking do something. I would have been too. But he's hurt. But I would have been super excited for that.
yeah. I was just hoping it would be anyone else, and then Reigns comes down. I'm like, really? I thought he wasn't going to be on Raw. I was hoping he wouldn't be on Raw. I mean, it would have gave him a better chance to get to connect with the fans if he takes a little bit of time off, at least one night off.
I think it just shows like why I still, I don't know, am not on Reigns' side. The fact that like who else could it have been, and I'm still thinking, God, it could be anybody else.
Yeah, really. All right, we got a subject a little, but yeah, Brock Lesnar is pissed off. He wants a rematch with Seth Rollins, and everything's kind of set up for later on that night. And then Seth Rollins comes in from his flight. Was he flew to New York?
Yeah, he was on Good Morning America, I believe.
Yeah, I think Raw took place in San Diego.
Yeah. So
Yes.
he went from California to New York, back to California in the span of a day. That's got to be worth something.
Yeah, so he's actually and he still worked that night too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like everything's set up for them to have their match later on in the night. So far things are looking like we're gonna have a rematch. Well, not even a rematch because it's a triple threat at WrestleMania, but we'll actually have Rollins actually go against Brock Lesnar 1-on-1. And then we
But
got go ahead.
we we know that Reigns only or Reigns. We know Lesnar only works like 3 days, 3 pay-per-views, I guess, out of the year.
Yeah,
So today was their way of writing him out of the show till like SummerSlam or something.
yeah, I was actually surprised to see him on Raw. To be honest, right after WrestleMania.
Yeah, maybe it was part of the contract he signed. They're like, we
Yeah,
need you at least for this show and a couple of extra days.
probably yourself to get him a few more days out of him, but more pay.
Yeah, I mean he's the highest paid person they have.
Yeah,
Not including merchandise.
yeah. All right, so we start our first match off. Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler. Now these two have worked together before, and so far every single match they've had, besides the one for last Raw because they didn't get enough time, has been extraordinary. It's been crazy, man. It does feel like an indie match where they have it on Raw together. Those two.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's like
I went and chant "This is awesome" before it started, just because we've seen it a couple of times, but it was still pretty good.
it's like one of those situations in which you get something a decent amount of times and you're not bored of it. You want more of it. You know, if your favorite food's pizza, you get more fucking pizza. You love it. It feels
Um,
like that. It's like every time these two have matches together is always amazing.
you know
And
what's sad? Like I haven't had pizza in a long time, and that pizza we had Sunday, I've been thinking about it like all day. I was in the shower, like, man, did they put butter in that crust? What was going on with the pizza?
that was fucking double days pizza.
Yeah,
Fucking
I just,
delicious.
I was like, oh my god, I need more of this pizza.
Maybe next pay per view I'll get some more.
But yeah, it was a good match. Like I was thinking, and I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it almost seems like Brian wants to do the headbutt spot just to prove to WWE, like, see my next fine, everybody. I'm over here slamming my head around like I'm goddamn Becky Lynch.
I don't know. I don't think they're really trying to actually. I don't think he's really trying to prove that his neck is fine because there's been rumors that WWE is keeping him out of the main event scene simply because they don't want him to get hurt again.
Yeah.
But they threw him in a fucking ladder match, so it kind of seems like they're not concerned about that. So I'm not sure. I think it's more of like he was actually trying to show that this is what fans want.
I mean, I don't think it's that either. It's just it seems like an odd thing to do. I feel like it's more of a he's trying to show like how intense the fucking intercontinental title like matches are going to be. Like they're going to
Yeah,
be big time events.
that's how it feels like. I mean, you know, I want to skip to later on, but we did have another match with the U.S. title that felt the same way. Kind of gave the same caliber of you know prestige to these belts.
Yeah. I would say that like if this was the IC title match and if the Cena match was the like US title match, it would have been a lot better for pay-per-view. Like it seemed like these were just better matches than the WrestleMania matches.
Yeah,
And I don't know if it was more time or because I don't know. I don't know what they did, but it felt like a bigger deal. It was essentially the same audience too, so I don't know.
yeah. So they set for Dolph Ziggler to win their first two matches together, like recently. And so now that Daniel Bryan has the championship, or he has the Intercontinental Championship, they gave him a win over Dolph Ziggler. So I think they kind of set up that Dolph could actually. Sorry.
Zandig can't believe it either.
All right, let me put my phone on mute. So I think they actually set up that Ziggler can beat Bryan. He's beat Bryan 2 times before. I mean, just kind of recently, he beat him twice before. He even won the Intercontinental Championship. So these matches could go either way.
Yeah, and that's the best thing for a title match. Like, you don't want to go in there Cena style, going like, well, Cena's gonna win.
Yeah, I'll get to that later. But yeah, even Cena made me doubt that he was going to win that. I mean, yeah, of course he's Cena. He's going to win. He's not going to lose the belt the next night. But the match actually did kind of make you feel like, well, maybe he might lose this one. But we'll get to that later. The next match we had was New Day, Lucha Dragons versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, and the Ascension, which I think they're doing nothing with. It says that they're doing nothing with the New Day and the Ascension.
Well, hopefully, like, based on this match and the response they got, they realized, you know what, our tag division could be a lot better. And now that we've got like such a mixture of styles in the tag division, we should like give them more time to do shit.
It seems like the Usos got hurt, or at least one of them got hurt, and they just didn't know what to do anymore with the tag team division. Like, they built a tag team division around the Usos, and that's it.
Yeah, which is the wrong thing to do. Because then you end up with like a John Cena style of like, well, why do we even care what's going to happen?
Yeah, you got the Ascension, which basically dominated in NXT for what, a year or two? At least 2 years, right?
Something like that, yeah.
And they come to the main roster, and it's like, they're no one. They're scrubs.
I feel like if they would have built them up, like, you don't have to build them up to win the title, but at least not make them look like a bunch of bitches. You know, I still wouldn't like them because I've never really liked the Ascension, but they at least would have mattered. They would have been a team like, oh man, maybe they'll win. Instead of what the hell are they doing here on my TV?
Yeah, I like the fact that they talk shit about other old school tag teams and all, and that's their thing they do. But I feel like they never grew out of it, and WWE never tried to evolve them, or never tried to make them have the same presence. What the fuck are you doing?
I was rubbing something on the table.
What the hell?
Okay, that sounds fucked up. You know what? The Lucha Dragons really look good in this debut match.
All right, so go ahead.
It goes to show, like I've said before, with Cesaro and Chikara and kind of the indies, that he's a good like base.
Yeah.
Like, he really knows how to work with the like Lucha Libre style.
Yeah.
And the Ascension has worked with the Lucha Dragons in fucking NXT for a while. So it's like they know how to sell those moves. And we already know Tyson Kidd and Cesaro can wrestle. It's just, I feel like if this is what your tag team division is going to be like, these 4 teams, plus whoever else might show up, I think we're going to get some decent matches. Plus, like, let's say it's just a year worth of this, and then next year we get, like, Enzo and Big Kaz and fucking, what do you call it, the Vaudevillains showing up.
Yeah.
Then we got then we got a stew going.
Also, have you seen the little text that Big E put out about New Day?
Nah.
Well, on Raw, they actually, they've been cheering New Day sucks for a while now.
Yeah.
And this particular Raw, not only did they get those same chants, but they got booed like fucking crazy every time they were in the ring. And
which
Big E released, it kind of sucks. It doesn't really make sense. It's really not called for it, but.
Well, no, I mean, it is called for because they don't do shit with their characters. It's practically the same. Like, I can't say it's pointless and then be like, but Roman Reigns is boo.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is, I think they boo Roman Reigns for multiple reasons, but I feel like New Day is actually more exciting, and they actually put on a really good match, but they still got a lot of heat just because they have no personalities. So because WWE's creative team is pretty lazy.
Yeah, but I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair argument to have against somebody.
Yeah, I mean, like, Not
maybe
liking
like
them.
I'm not gonna say Roman Reigns the person is a big piece of shit like Vader.
God.
Well, no, you don't remember when Vader goes, "I'm just a big piece of shit," and you already know I'm a fan of Big E and shit. So
Yeah,
it's like I don't dislike these people personally, but I think what they've done to their characters is boo worthy. Like I can boo the New Day because they're not doing anything. Like their characters don't do anything.
I know for a fact that Big E he put a text out basically saying New Day sucks. I did like he put it out of the air, out of the arena or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Basically having fun with it, but acknowledging it at the same time.
And if they would let him fucking make those kind of jokes on TV, New Day would be fucking over. I don't. It's ridiculous.
It's like I read about New Day, I see what people don't like about them. As simple as them not having any kind of drive or any kind of real gimmick. But it seems like all the people who do like them and support the performers, they all feel that they should go back to the original Nation of Domination like gimmick they had.
I
And
feel
it
like
kind of
they don't even
sucks.
need Nation of Domination gimmick. Like from what you read on that tweet or whatever, like if they just showed some of that personality, people would care a lot more because then they're a character you can get behind.
Do you think it's too late for them?
I don't know. Like you want to imagine it's not too late for anybody. Like look at Curtis Axel, look at Mizdow who got cheered later tonight.
Yeah.
This time last year he was just dressing up as basketball players and astronauts and shit.
Oh my God.
So
Well, what's
I don't
funny
know.
about that is the fact that you're actually serious and it did actually happen.
Yeah, they came to Houston and he was an astronaut.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. I don't want to say it's too late, but they need to do something and do it pretty quick.
And what sucks about it is this match, I feel like New Day actually brought like a new level to their game, along with the Lucha Dragons. They actually made a good team together, and it just kind of sucks because they got so much heat that they didn't really deserve at the moment. And I mean, yeah, it's okay to boo them because, or not like them or cheer New Day sucks, but they got so much heat in the ring where they were doing cool stuff in the ring too.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean they chanted for Callisto and stuff, and it's like you remember when Big E was wrestling Rusev, like Big E might be the guy to beat him.
yeah,
He would do that badass like spear through the ropes.
yeah,
It's like if they let him do that again, and I don't know. I feel like they just need to let these guys do stuff instead of send them out there to clap and try to get people to clap with them, knowing that people hate them.
yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. All right, so let's move on to Lesnar versus Rollins, which didn't really happen, and a lot of other shit happened instead.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of memes about this, like with the Spanish announcement table just kind of laughing and saying, "Now you know how it feels." So, Lesnar comes out. He's ready for his match with Seth Rollins. Rollins comes out, bullshits him around, and then runs off and just lets like Lesnar just destroy everything in his path.
Yeah, it is a good build for fucking Lesnar. It
Yeah,
keeps Lesnar extra strong.
it became the highlight of the night. Basically, like the whole show was based around what he did at that moment.
Yeah,
From the commentators to like anything else that happened that night, everything was based around what Lesnar did at that moment.
I also like that on the pre-show, like when we were watching Mania. I was like, I don't really like Byron Saxton
Yeah,
because he's got no personality. Like him talking doesn't really excite me or anything.
yeah.
And then when we had him for the next like 30 minutes of show, I was like, God, I really don't like Byron Saxton.
Just to skip ahead a little, like when John Cena's out and he's throwing out challenges to whoever wants to challenge him,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "It's Rusev," and then he realizes, no, Rusev's not coming. He just cut through that out of nowhere. Now, if it would have been Joey Styles, then yeah, we would have had a good time with one guy doing all the commentating for a while.
Yeah,
But
but they'll never let Joey Styles do it because he'll actually call the match like, oh, arm drag there.
yeah, he won't sell their products and sell like the network and sell like everything else they want them to do,
Yeah.
or try to be hip and say things like "cray cray" as they're making Jerry King Lawler say.
God, I did not miss Jerry the King Lawler. I'm glad he's fucking gone.
Well, he was on this Raw.
Yeah, I know. It proved to me how much I'm glad he's not around.
All right, so basically Lesnar comes out. He wants to fight Rollins. It doesn't happen. He flips the shit out of the announcement table, knocking out Booker T and JBL. And you would think one of them would be the ones to take the F5, but instead it's Michael Cole, who gets fucking F5'd out of his shoe and take it away, just rolled away. And then a poor innocent cameraman who's probably like an indie wrestler, most likely.
He is.
Yeah, he gets the shit beat out of him for a while. I thought he was going to go after Stephanie McMahon, but it didn't happen. So Stephanie suspends him, and then later on decides to fight him.
No, she
And
suspends him indefinitely. I don't know if they ever brought up the fine, did they?
yeah, it was later on when she's in the back and she's doing the interview. She says how like he signed a new contract
Yeah.
to so like she can basically do whatever the fuck she wants with him. So she decides to find him, and I think that's the end of that. I think later on, I think Rollins makes a comment saying that he should be fined, you know, pretty well for what he did.
Substantially.
Yeah, so so that happened later on, but so yeah, not Rollins, I'm sorry. Lesnar's written off the TV for a while. And that's basically the basis of the whole night. Because now that's happened, they're gonna re-show it over and over again. We'll get less than stellar commentating throughout the entire night, and he basically says of everything else.
Yeah. I mean, huh?
Go ahead.
We also forgot about Sheamus coming back, but he just kind of showed up, healed it up a bit, showed off his new look.
He's like, "Oh, hi, I'm Sheamus. I look like a fucking rooster now." Cock-a-doodle-doo, motherfucker. Then he kiss Brian in the face, beats the shit out of Ziggler. Then he just kind of leaves. He's healed because the script says so.
I think it's also like, I feel like when Brian got over big after his like 20-second loss at Mania,
Yeah.
that the writers just feel like, you know what, his ultimate enemy, fucking Sheamus. He'll forever be linked to Sheamus from now on.
That's awful. So yeah, so we got Sheamus back. We just totally skipped that because I didn't really feel like it was as important.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to have another heel. It's kind of awful how they wrote him, but whatever. So we got Stardust versus Mizdow, which is Mizdow, not his first fight on his own, not his first match on his own, but possibly one of the most recent matches he's had on his own. And definitely the first match he's had since he turned against The Miz. And it kind of felt like it was basically it was just set up to push forward The Miz, feud and all. What are you doing over there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like click something. I tried to send you a picture, and then suddenly it like booted me out of the thing. I think I might have clicked something wrong.
Oh shit. So no one else talked to myself. Well, basically I was saying, yeah.
Well, no, I heard you.
Oh, okay. Anything to say about the whole Mizdow Stardust match? Or you just don't give a shit?
I mean, I don't have anything to say other than like we were talking before during the that Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
About how like I feel like I don't know what Mizdow's character is going to be from now on. Like he can't be Mizdow anymore because he's not with the Miz, and he should be his own dude. But it's like I don't know. I don't know what his character will be going forward. And if people will give a shit like this time next year.
You think they milked it out with like no plan at all? Just continue milking it out as much as they could?
I don't know. Like I feel like this is always the plan of having Miz turn on him or having Mizdow turn on him eventually.
Yeah.
But I don't think they thought anything further than that. I guess they thought, we'll have him turn, we'll get like a month or two of those two feuding.
Yeah.
Because he came out to Miz's music, used Miz's skull crushing finale. I felt like their answer is, well, they're gonna feud after Mania, so we'll just do it when we'll deal with it when he gets there.
Yeah. There's not much you can say about this match because it was simply just a match set up to push forward the Miz versus Miz style. Stardust didn't really factor into it at all, really.
No, he also needs a character change.
Well, yeah, I think he just needs to do a little bit more to make himself different from Goldust. No, even more, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like he needs to go back to Cody soon.
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they're not pushing him correctly anymore.
I don't know.
All right, so we get another pointless match. Curtis Axel versus Adrian Neville. And basically, it's a whole match set up to just show the fans, the Raw fans or WWE fans, what Neville could do. It's basically like a demo.
Yeah, well, it's your classic debut match
Yeah.
where you come out and try to get put over big. I hate the fact that they took away Adrian Neville and he's just Neville now. That's stupid.
Yeah. I'm always calling Adrian Neville because it's dumb. You can't just have last names like fucking Madonna in the WWE.
And then, later on, when they showed the what's trending worldwide,
Yeah.
Adrian Neville was trending worldwide. Not Neville by itself, but Adrian Neville.
They might as well change his whole name or just drop the Adrian.
Yeah.
Neville doesn't sound like a strong enough last name to really just carry a character like that.
Now, and I don't know. I can't even think of any Nevilles I like from fiction.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But yeah, he comes out, beats the shit out of Curtis Axel, who they've been screwing over lately, despite the fact he's kind of got himself over with the fans.
I like
I
his
mean,
Extreme Rules comment.
yeah, that was awesome. And the whole don't change the channel every time he comes out.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of
mean, it was better this time without fucking JBL going, oh, change the channel, everybody. You hear
Yeah.
me, Michael?
Yeah, he's going to give himself over, and they're not doing anything with him. I felt like the fact that they brought out Hogan to kind of just shut him up really did kind of hurt his gimmick. It was like it's already too soon.
Yeah. And, I mean, we know Hogan can't bump.
Yeah.
So it's not like fucking Curtis Axel was going to be able to put him in the fucking perfect plex or whatever he calls it.
To get off subject for a brief moment, I'm surprised that Scott Hall took that bump he did.
Yeah. I think the internet was also surprised he took a bump.
Yeah.
But Kevin Nash took a bump, and on Twitter he wrote something like, "Was I hurt? Only my feelings that Billy's still in such good shape."
Billy is in fucking good shape.
Yeah, for a 60-year-old man or whatever the fuck he is.
Well, he's currently training in NXT, or he's training people in NXT. He's
I wonder.
one other trainers, I think.
I wonder if he taught Ziggler,
Probably.
and that's why he does the Fame-master.
Yeah, he's like, this is basically my dad. I'll just look just like him.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it was like a decent match showing off what Adrian Neville could do.
It was just
And
a welcome to Monday Night Raw, I guess.
yeah, you human highlight reel, which is basically what he is.
Yeah. Well,
And
no, who was the human highlight reel? Wasn't that somebody's actual nickname?
probably was.
I'll look it up later.
All right, so we move on. Go ahead.
I do like that they're still using the man that gravity forgot.
It's too awesome not to use it. I mean, what the fuck else can WWE Creative come up with for him?
Well, he's been using that since the Indies, so clearly nobody's ever come up with anything better than that.
Yeah, I mean, what? Like, we're not gonna use the man that gravity forgot. Let's call him Mr. Wonderful or some shit.
Paul Orndorff.
Yeah.
But I also like the idea that they're not going all the people they brought up today.
Yeah.
And kind of their new even their champion. It's not all these big bulky guys anymore that we're interested in. That we're sort of we want athletic people who can move around in the ring.
Yeah, do
Which
cool
I'm a
stuff.
bigger fan of. Yeah. I'm a bigger fan of wrestling, that kind of wrestling.
Yeah, like we had earlier in that night, Dolph Ziggler versus Bryan. If we had a card just like that,
Yeah,
You know,
like I said, even Rollins, who's champion now,
yeah,
like
imagine
when
that.
Lesnar went to go do that suplex and he
Yeah,
backflipped out of it.
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
He reminds me of a cat. He always lands on his feet mostly.
And then next Monday Night Raw, we talk about he's gonna fall flat on his face and shit. You just jinxed him to break a leg or something.
All right, we got John Cena versus Dean Ambrose, and
Yeah,
that was actually a pretty good match. Aside from a failed sunset flip, it was pretty good.
I feel like the reason Cena kicked out of it, like right afterwards,
Yeah,
is to be like, yeah, he botched it, so he didn't get a hold of it. And I feel like the announcers should have been like, oh, Ambrose didn't really pull that move off that well. That's why Cena kicked out. Cover for it.
yeah.
I think that would have been a lot better. But yeah, it was a good match. I
See,
think it was better than the WrestleMania match myself.
the thing about Cena is he can actually pull the best out of people if they're willing to work with him and know how to work with him.
Well, all they have to do is listen to the spots he's calling out at the top of his fucking lungs.
Yeah, every guy's whole section in Botchamania now.
Yeah, well, even on Monday Night Raw, you didn't hear him like go duck down.
Yeah, he does that. I mean, and that's the thing about it. Even though he talks a lot, he mostly calls the matches. He's so good at it. It's like he can put together a really good match with the right talent.
I mean, it's one of those things where nobody's under the illusion that this is real.
Yeah,
We're here to see an interesting thing. So I guess it's fine. It's just like, come on, man, try to fool me a bit.
I guess it's more like a live play we're watching. You really want to, describe wrestling.
Yes.
Not as like, not as like, fake as some people call it, but it's like a live play that's being played out in front of us. And where sometimes the actors actually hit each other for real. And they hurt each other for real.
So you're saying that Cena's a modern day Cyrano,
Yeah,
calling out things from the shadows?
yeah, basically. He's doing a really good job at
Well, that's the smartest reference we'll ever make on this.
it. Everything is fucking downhill from now.
Yeah, right after that reference to fucking Shakespeare, it's all dick and fart jokes.
Yeah, exactly. So Dean Ambrose actually almost won it. Or at least he gave the illusion that he was going to win it.
I mean, I think they needed to rebuild him a bit. He's been losing a lot.
Yeah,
And,
he never recovered from the Bray Wyatt feud he had.
yeah. Well, no, I don't even think he won his feud with fucking Rollins. Like, he didn't win any of those, did he?
Yeah, I mean, he didn't win any of those, I guess, but it felt like he could have if they didn't just move him directly into fucking Bray Wyatt.
Well, we had to build up Wyatt to lose the Taker.
Yeah, but it just kind of felt like he was in the middle of a feud, and then Bray hijacked that, and he just went on a losing streak to Bray. It felt like he never did resolve his shit with Seth Rollins. It just never happened. And they eventually just
Yeah.
moved on.
Like we are to the Divas match that was next.
Yeah, let's move on to that. Well, just to say the John Cena match was pretty good.
Yeah, he good, you might say.
Yeah. And then we got the Divas match with AJ, Paige, and Naomi versus the Bellas and Natalya, which I've been saying for a long time. They should just let Naomi and Natalya have decent matches with each other. Just give them some time.
I don't know.
Because
I didn't like. What's funny about this match was they were like, it was 1 year ago today that Paige showed up, and I was like, God, it's been a year. I feel like I want Paige to go away already.
I don't mind Paige. I like Paige. It just feels like they're just using the same top four divas, Like Natalya has basically been set up as Tyson Kidd and Cesaro's escort. And then you have, not fucking prostitute, but, their manager or someone, just basically hanging out with them.
Yeah.
You got Naomi hanging out with the Usos and working themselves into a routine, their interest routine. And then it's just AJ and Paige going against the Bellas, and that's it. All the rest of the chicks are just kind of hanging out in the back, not doing anything. Or they're being used for, garbage like the Snoop Dogg entrance.
It's like I don't hate Paige either. I think it proves the fact that they need more talent if they're gonna do hashtag give divas a chance. Because I don't know, I'm ready to see other shit. and I'm ready to see things that the people in this match, all six of them, like
Hmm.
can't do or normally don't do.
Do you think they just need to keep some of the divas on the roster to have matches every once in a while, and mainly for like the TV show, and then just bring up all the NXT women?
I mean, you need NXT, like the NXT women, so that NXT has a division.
Yeah,
But it's like I don't know. I would rather watch all the NXT people at this point because it's like they always say that Nikki Bella is the fucking powerhouse and look how strong she is.
yeah,
But every time she does the Alabama Slam, she falls over. And like we saw Natalia give AJ a fucking like snap suplex, and she practically threw her out of the ring.
yeah.
So it's like, is Nikki really stronger than Natalia? Because I feel like Natalia is way stronger.
Well, Natalia and Naomi are, like I said, basically the two of the best wrestlers in that match. I mean, you could count AJ Lee as, at the same time as being one of them. Of course, Paige as well, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll just go ahead and say it. The Bellas. They're the ones. They're the weak links of the match.
I don't know. I also don't like all of Naomi's like ass offense.
Yeah, she need to do something better to the rear with the rear view.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, she got a fat ass.
I get it, but that's a shitty finisher.
Yeah, it is. Pun intended.
And the yeah, it's a regular old stink face. But like also when she like does the head scissors and shakes her ass, it's like I don't need to see that either.
I mean,
Like
I
if
would,
it was a match where she was trying to show off like look how hot I am, I'd get it. But if she's trying to be serious wrestler lady,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't care about it anymore. Like she's done it for a while to the point where I'm like, all right, I want to see something else.
It's like when she's not using her ass as a weapon, she's doing cool stuff in the ring, like actual wrestling, and that's pretty cool. And then she does like an ass move, it's like mistaking Bret Hart for Jimmy Ivan Neidhart, I guess, or the other way around, basically. Like you see some really good technical wrestling, and then you see something goofy enough where you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah. Or I mean it could be a cause of like she has no character.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind her twerking on someone's head as they're getting up, or something like that, but having
Well,
her ass involved in her finisher is just ridiculous.
like back when they were the Funkadactyls and they would be like popping
Yeah.
and then do like a backflip or something. It's like that made sense for them then. I just I don't want to say it doesn't make sense now, but she needs to do something else now that she's a different person.
Well, a tag team partner or ex tag team partner, the other chick, I can't think of her name right now.
Cameron,
Cameron. I always remember her real name for some reason, not her fucking like stage name.
I don't know her real name.
But yeah, like her, she moved on for that shit.
Yeah,
She not. She moved on right off TV, I guess. But
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say she moved right off the TV. She moved right into Dancing with Snoop Dogg.
yeah, but she. But she did move on from it, and it helped her character, or at least helped her wrestling ability.
Sort of, until she tries to pin people face down.
Yeah,
Count
but
it, ref. Count it.
but yeah, Naomi does this one thing. I think she does like a split, like a leg drop thingy, something like that. She does some cool moves. Yeah, she's really good. And having her go against Natalia, they could actually have a serious wrestling match together, just like Paige and AJ could. But it just felt like we're getting the same divas over and over again.
Also, not to pick on Naomi, but I don't like her split-legged moonsault.
Oh, okay.
It's just it looks awkward. Like she's super stiff. Like I guess
Yeah,
after like 20 years of watching RVD hit the split-legged moonsault, it's just not the same.
yeah, I understand.
But I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, she's doing different things that most divas aren't doing right now at the moment. But still, she
What the hell is that noise?
AC. It's fucking
It,
hot.
it sounded like you got a SmackDown pop in the back.
Oh my god. The main event, I think I'll get to that later. I think they did actually edit some of the cheers for Roman Reigns, but that's just me.
Well, we're almost there. We can just say that Rusev Goldust was nothing to talk about.
It basically wasn't nothing to talk about. Rusev just basically came out there. Well, to sum up the Divas match, it was pretty good for what it was. It could have been better, but I think it was a far better match than they had at WrestleMania.
And, like, I wonder if they're waiting to bring up Sasha Banks before they debut Charlotte, because I was
Yeah.
praying to God Charlotte would show up.
Well, they gotta sort their shit out first. Also, actually, I'll subject, but we're still talking about Charlotte. If you notice, they're running that tap out commercial they're doing.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, she's in it. I think she's the only NXT performer that's in the actual video, right?
I want to say yes, but I don't remember too many people who are like in that video for sure.
I know Roman Reigns does the last, the final lift, and then
Yeah.
Ziggler's doing some kind of like ab workout.
Oh, he's doing the back extensions.
Yeah,
I do remember the Reigns thing because I was like, I can do that.
yeah. But it's impressive because he's better looking
He's
than
a
both of
big dude.
us. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but that's only like 90, maybe 100 pounds.
yeah.
I
But
just,
he did it. He looks strong
oh
while
yeah,
doing it. You gotta look strong while you're doing it.
I can't do that. Well, he's got me there then.
All right, I don't want people.
Fine. Woo! SmackDown.
I don't want people to think that we're actually just hating on Reigns right now. I do like him to a certain extent. I think he just needs a little bit of work before I actually like him as much as I like other performers who have more than 5 moves.
I don't, it's also a thing of, and not to, I don't want to spend any kind of time on this, but like during WrestleMania, like when him and Brock were going at it, I'm not a big Brock fan either.
Yeah,
But when he was hitting Brock with the Superman punches and Brock was selling all weird, I
yeah,
was like, why are you doing that? Like, you look like the Superman punch shouldn't phase you at all. Even though we know for a fact that Brock can't take a punch in real life,
yeah.
it still looked like this is wrong.
I kind of feel like Reigns was actually hitting him, like basically punching him in the face for real. And that's how he busted him open, punching him in the face, like really legitly punching him.
I would say early on, maybe, or I think probably what happened was they collided heads.
Think so?
Yeah, because it happens in MMA all the time. Like when you go to shoot or you like bump into each other,
Yeah,
because like your cheekbones and stuff protrude out, and your head, like your forehead's the hardest part of your like body practically.
yeah,
It's just those bones collide and it cuts the skin.
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna spend too much time on Reigns. I just want to clarify that we're not against him. I'm against his move, but then again, I don't like Daniel Bryan's finisher as well.
You don't like the knee?
Well, I feel like it's cool, but I feel like he could do something different. Yeah,
I feel like eventually he should. Like he used to do the cattle mutilation. They don't let him do that anymore. So maybe it's just I mean, he also needs a move he can do on anybody.
yeah. I mean, it's cool as shit. It's just that I feel like he could do something else, or that could be like his other move he does.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he has a lot of spots already that he has to go through every time.
Yeah, so who knows? I mean, it's fine for what it is now, but I feel like the spear is just done.
Yeah,
It's just-
everybody does a spear.
I feel like there's no reason for me to sell only one. Like if I was a wrestler, not saying I would ever be in a situation which I have to sell Roman Reigns' spear. But if I was a wrestler or if I was a performer or a superstar, as WWE calls them, and I had to take the spear, it would just be tough for me to sell it. I just felt like it's just something everyone does. Big Show hit Reigns with a spear.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say in the main event we had 3 people who does a spear. Ryback does a spear.
Yeah,
Remember when they were saying he was Goldberg.
it just seems like Goldberg first started. I mean, I want to say he first started it off, but he's the most known for it. Second would be Edge, and then maybe third if you want to just be like technical. Rhino, he could possibly be second.
I think Rhino might have been doing it before Edge.
He was doing it before Edge, but I mean, like as in popularity. But then, I guess you probably want to go with Rhino because he did actually start. He did actually join WWE. He was doing the gore before Edge
And
was.
he
Right?
was doing the gore in ECW. I mean, I'd still say Edge is number 2.
Yeah, I mean off the ladder.
Yeah,
That shit. Yeah.
but it's just the case of like in your main event when 3 of the 6 people wrestling do a damn spear, maybe it's time to like do something different.
He's a big guy. I mean, a spear is like cool for him, but that's a setup move for a guy that big.
Yeah, I mean, I can also say that what the hell is Big Show doing a spear for? Like, you already have your choke slam and stupid punch. You know, stick to that. What are you taking the spear for, goddammit?
Yeah, I guess he likes it. Want to steal it.
And like Ryback stopped doing the spear once Reigns came around.
Supposedly, the spear is very protective, but very protected by WWE. That's what I meant to say. Stuttering for a moment.
Stone Cold stuttering.
Stone Cold stuttering, but yeah, it's very protected, where they won't let anyone else do it, or you have to sell it. Like, definitely have to sell it.
I don't know.
So that's probably why they probably made Ryback stop doing it.
I'm sure. I also feel like he probably stopped doing it so he didn't have to hear Goldberg chants and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, real quick to finish off Rusev Goldust. Like, I feel like they have nowhere for Rusev to go now.
Yeah, if his whole thing was he hasn't got, it's basically like Goldberg. If he hasn't got pinned, now he finally got pinned, there's nowhere for him to go. Just like Goldberg's big thing was he was undefeated, and then he got beat. So.
I mean, it's also like, how long can this I Hate America stuff like go on? Like, when he won and his flag dropped, like, it seemed like nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, he's already been beat. They already showed that, the All-American John Cena is the most dominant, so it's done. There's no reason to continue. But yeah, it was just simply trying to keep him strong.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just like, I'm not sure where you go from here to where it matters. Unless he feuds with Cena again, and I don't know if anybody actually wants to see that.
Yeah, no one wants to see that. I can see him going against Ryback and that being pretty good. Like they're originally fucking doing before, he moved on to Cena.
Well, I think it was always planned for Cena, but...
It was always planned for Cena to be the one to beat him, but, he had pretty decent matches with Ryback, and then it just kind of moved on. All right, so that's basically done. Let's go ahead and go to the main event.
Yeah, which we've been sort of talking about, so this shouldn't take long.
Yeah, so we got Orton, Ryback, Roman Reigns versus Big Show, Kane, and Seth Rollins. And the crowd fucking just entertained themselves the entire time.
Man, they did not. And I was with them, too. It's like, I'm not going to say that this was like a bad Raw.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I like the idea that they showed a lot of new guys, and like this is what Raw might be going forward.
Yeah.
But man, like the crowd was right. It was just the same old shit in the fucking main event. The goddamn 6-man that's in every goddamn Raw.
Yeah.
And with the same old people that were getting please retire chants. Like, I don't ever want to see Kane and Big Show ever again.
I don't want to see him in the main event at least. I mean, I really don't. Truthfully, I don't want to see Kane anymore.
I
Put a
fucking
fucking
hate
mask on. God, like change those pants. What the fuck?
I hate Big Show more than I hate Kane.
I just hate seeing Kane wrestle.
Like, yeah, I don't like
his
watching him wrestle either. But I feel like backstage being like, I'm a big dude, or I might be concession stand Kane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sort of fine with that. Not wrestling, but I feel like every time Big Show talks or just shows up, I'm automatically like groaning.
Well,
like what also sucks is they have to keep Big Show strong forever. Like if we kept a win-lose record for him this year, I bet he wins way more than he loses, and he fucking shouldn't.
Yeah. Also, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is probably like one of the only times in recent history everyone ignored the Big Show, and he happens to win it.
Yeah, I mean, if that isn't the fucking nail in the coffin for that Andre the Giant match, I don't know what is. Like, that should prove that nobody should ever give a fuck about that thing ever again.
I mean, even the Royal Rumble this year, everyone went after Big Show like they usually do. They just failed to throw him out.
And then gave up on him.
Yeah, it's like this year they didn't even try. It's just like, fuck them. We'll just like hope for the best. All right, so we get the main event. The crowd is basically keeping themselves entertained the whole time. They're cheering for NXT stars. First, they do the whole Olay chant.
Yeah.
And just in case they may think it's for Paige or whatever, they clarify by chanting Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And then they move on to Kevin Owens, in which like King tries to sell this. They're cheering Randy Orton.
Yeah. Man, the fucking commentary was awful.
Yeah, it was, and I just kind of like just kept myself completely entertained with Bria's gorgeous chants and just like NXT chants for like TKO. There's anything you can think of.
How you doing? Got a chant?
Yeah, is there anything NXT? Is it they basically showed straight up that they're not interested in this fucking repeat of a match they've seen so many times, including just chanting same old shit and
Yeah.
please retire.
And then
But
when they started doing the wave, it's like don't mention that they're doing the wave because it like tells the world that they're fucking entertaining themselves.
and
They're not
then
paying attention to your damn match.
and then eventually you see everyone just kind of standing around. It completely ended the match for a moment or interrupted the match for a moment. And Kevin Man just chose to follow the crowd instead. It's just like, wow, your product is so fucking lame that these fans are keeping themselves entertained to the point the cameraman's filming the fans.
Which is sad.
Yeah, that is fucking awful.
I mean, and we didn't really bring it up at all this night, but the fans were like really vocal about everything, like every Mania match or every post Mania Raw is.
Yeah.
But I was like seeing online that some people were saying that they were chanting like to the Bellas that you suck Cena or
Oh
you
my
suck
god.
Bryan.
I've heard rumors that Raw was edited and
Yeah,
stuff was taken out. I know some of the curse words were censored. But God, I didn't hear that. If that happened, oh my God, it's awful.
yeah, I didn't hear that either. That's just like I said, what I've heard online. But I've also heard people like I said with the fucking we should stop booing fucking Roman Reigns. That
Yeah,
they were saying that the crowd was like going into business for themselves, and they were. But
yeah,
I think for the most part, the crowd was good, like they usually are after all. And just because they're not interested in the match doesn't mean they should still like cheer for stuff they don't like.
yeah. I mean, aside from when they booed the shit out of the New Day, which I felt was unjustified, to boo
I think it's
them.
fine.
I mean, it's okay to cheer they suck, but like to boo them when they're actually doing good in the ring and actually put on a decent show. I mean, not complaining too much. I mean, you pay your ticket, you could boo whoever the fuck you want.
Well, thanks a lot, John Cena.
Just saying, So at the very end of the day, they could boo whoever they want and enjoy the match for themselves or enjoy the whole show for themselves. But I just felt like, just me personally, my personal opinions, I felt like it was unjustified where there was far worse stuff to boo. And yeah, they just basically showed that they did not give a shit about the main event, which is
Yeah,
sad.
and it was the predictable good guys win. I mean, when you have Big Show Kane, I don't see why that team should ever win.
To be honest, not only was it a predictable good guys win, but it was the predictable the guy they're pushing gets the pin. It's like that predictable. Like
Yeah,
we knew that Reigns was going to be the last person to get the pin.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm happy with not seeing those six guys ever wrestle each other ever again.
Yeah, I mean, it's what's worse than all this? If they would have actually went forward with a Kane versus Big Show feud.
Oh God. You know what? I almost wish they would have done that, just so on Raw and Mania we could have heard them like get booed out of the building. Like I would have liked it if fucking Kane and Big Show were having a feud, and then the whole like everyone on the hard camera just gets up and turns their back to the fucking ring.
Oh my God, that's awful.
God, like there's Vince McMahon would probably come out and be like, "Have some fun, damn it."
I'll push all you into a pool.
Yeah, yeah, he loves that shit.
Yes. Speaking of interviews, considering that came from his interview with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think we talked enough about the main event. There's not much positive things we can say about the main event.
No.
But when they went off the air, they had an interview with Sting, and I felt like it was the worst thing ever. Not Sting giving an interview, but the fact that he had really nothing to say. It felt like they were just interviewing him just to give you something exclusive for the WWE Network. And it was a lot of him just basically saying he doesn't know where he goes from his loss, and basically wherever they give him next, he'll take. Which is sad to hear Sting say that.
to hear sad old confused thing.
Yeah, because I feel like why did they bring him to the then why did they bring him to the WWE if it's just gonna make him job or lose to Triple H? Like it doesn't
I
make
don't
any
know.
sense.
I mean, I'd say that Sting didn't exactly look great in that match,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I thought it would be obvious, but then maybe it's they wanted to throw a swerve in there. But if you're gonna do that, who cares?
yeah. Like why swerve us with having Sting to lose? Like what does that prove? His first WrestleMania he loses. His first
And
match at WWE he loses to Triple H, and they're
and
trying to sell it as a dream match that no one really wanted to see.
and it's not like there was so many shenanigans because there was a shitload of shenanigans in there. But
Yeah,
it's not like any of it caused them to lose. He sort of just lost because everybody was standing around.
they got hit with a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I
Yeah,
don't know. I didn't like the match.
but here's the thing about the match. When the fuck did it become a no DQ match?
At some point they say it. Well, somebody on commentary says it out of nowhere.
To make up for it? Because originally it was just a regular match, and then everyone just started doing whatever the God knows what the fuck they wanted to do. It went from like just being a regular match to people flat out interfering with it and using weapons in it.
Hmm.
And it kind of just casually threw it out there like, oh, it's a DQ match. Well, that wasn't what we signed up for originally. That's not what it was said to be originally. Like I
They
said,
were
what
like,
the
God,
fuck?
the rules. Somebody follow the rules.
It's like, what the fuck? They just threw the rules out the window and fucking do whatever they want. And that's fine. It would have been a no DQ match to begin with.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I just want a little consistency. It just seemed like it was just really out of nowhere.
So you just want someone to follow the rules.
Or at least throw the rules out the fucking window ahead of time and just make it known that there's no rules.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I'm not sad about any of this because I didn't like Sting's match. Like, he didn't look old, but he also didn't look like he was capable of wrestling a long match either.
I feel like he got his body in shape, but he's still fucking like in his 50s. So it's like, what can he do?
Yeah, and it's like with the Undertaker. Like, I feel like one reason the Undertaker match was bad is like we knew ahead of time that Bray had hurt his ankle.
Yeah,
So it's like not a lot that Bray can do on a bad ankle, but it was also not a lot that Undertaker could do at like 50. And he looked good. He looked like he was in shape. He could still move around, but there was points like where he was just kind of like catching his breath, where it looked like you're old and maybe it's time to hang this up.
yeah. Well, somebody snapped a picture of Sting and The Undertaker leaving together at an airport.
Yeah.
So that's been all around, like saying like a dream match imminent eventually.
It's one of those where if we get that match, I don't want to see it.
Oh God, yeah. I mean,
Like
it
I'm
sounds
not
it sounds
after
good on
watching
paper.
Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard a lot of noise.
Oh, go ahead.
Uh, but after Mania, I'm not excited to see either one of those guys wrestle again.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, I think Taker still has a few good matches in him, at least one good match in him. I just don't know how they're gonna work off each other. They actually do have a match together.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like a heavyweight fight between two out of shape guys in the UFC,
Yeah.
where it's just big hillbilly haymakers and then they're grabbing their shorts because they're out of breath.
God.
Like it's going to be that. It's going to be like old school, catch your breath, stinger splash, catch your breath. And then it's going to be like, which old man has enough left in him to hit his finisher.
Most likely going to be Undertaker.
Yeah.
I felt like they were setting up for like, okay, he's going to beat the game, which makes him a legitimate threat, in the game's eyes, because you have to go through the game. And even though no one gives a shit about him anymore, he's like 45 and fucking semi-retired.
Can we stop calling him the game? Like the fact that you said the game like 3 times in a row, I was like, what a stupid name.
Well, Triple H, Hunter.
All right.
So you have to go through Hunter. Like basically, to, like make himself a legit threat, And then I thought maybe next WrestleMania, if they're both around, they would have their final match to get a probably retirement match for both of them.
Hmm.
But him losing to Hunter just kind of like it's like what the fuck? Like what do you expect for Sting now? Even though he lost with Hunter cheating, it's like what do you expect now?
It's almost like one of those, like, you know how everybody always says stuff like, uh, losing to Taker doesn't mean that you're, like, deflated, or losing to Cena can only build you up.
Yeah,
I feel like they kind of need to stop with that thinking in WWE.
yeah,
Like, get back to realizing that wins and losses actually do matter.
yeah. All right, that's it for our show today.
Uh,
Yeah, we were doing this every Tuesday, right?
yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully every Tuesday we get together and do it. Um, please like our YouTube page, Southern Like Ziggler. And please check out our website, southernlightziggler.com. I'm Notorious GIM.
How we're doing this.
Yep,
I'm me.
you're that one guy.
Yeah.
And bid you a good day.